Alright everybody, welcome back to Fallout 76 Steel Dawn. And we're just loading into the Atlas substructure now. I think it's hilarious that Gauss cannon is so big when you don't have power armor on. Hey.
Good, you're here. So, how do you feel about reading comprehension? I was hoping to start out by sweeping the area for documentation left behind from before the war.
Ooh, Intelligence 4. Reading the schematic is a good first step in the problem-solving process.
Are you trying to get on my good side? Because that's how you get on my good side. But enough about that. I'd like to get started. Let's head downstairs and see what we can turn up.
Alright. Do we need a weapon? Learn about the Port Alice substructure. Collect documentation. Oh, cool. Did the server crash? Okay, let's see if it works now. What the hell? I don't even know if I needed that ammo. Oh, down here. Oh, I've been in a bloat flower. Oh, cave cricket.
Back at it! Damn!
Here's a document.
Atlas Decommission Report number 3. Lieutenant Marks 82377. Intake pressures and stress test. A single use of the Atlas device requires a huge intake of coolant to keep the machine operational. Pumping this coolant through the device during operation puts a worrying amount of stress on its pipes, pumps, and valves. Reported usage testing has revealed signs of cracks and breakage throughout. Furthermore, the hasty construction of the machine has led to structural flaws that could lead to high pressure buildup in the intake points, which could have destructive results if not addressed. These flaws could have been averted with careful design protocols, but the pressure of the war overrode these concerns. I would be remiss not to recommend an excess of caution when proceeding with future projects. Plasma core. Let's see. Ugh. He has a tato. Report number 2. I guess we're just gonna go backwards. Lieutenant Marks, 82377, selected component status. Ion focus. Our experiment with the compact ion focus has left it vulnerable to strong feedback during device initiation. It survived the test, but the design should be reconsidered before any future use is attempted. Induction coil. The induction coil suffers the same feedback susceptibility as the ion focus. Repeated usage causes significant variance in the flux distributions throughout the coil. Redesign of this device also needs consideration if it is to be used in any future trials, as the potential risk of frying this coil could require substantial capital and replacement parts. Core processing unit. While firmware updates have proven useful in troubleshooting important aspects of Atlas, operational capability, the sheer processing power required to execute the necessary commands require a special order CPU. This CPU came at great cost to the operation, and numerous computing breakdowns during trial runs led leadership to question its long-term stability as well. Full diagnostic report pending. And the other one is in there.
This looks like what we need.
I'll be in there in a minute. That'll probably be where we're going next. Atlas Decommission Report number 1. Lieutenant Marks, 8/23/77, General Post-Mortem. Following the dismissal of Dr. Isaac Hammond, LTC Oberlin has asked me with overseeing the shutdown of the Atlas project. This report outlines the state of the project as of its termination. While showing promise in its final trials, the project still has major stability issues, and considerable additional effort would be required to create a consistently operational device. The working trials impacted the operation of several key components, including the miniaturized ion focus and primary induction coil. Also of concern was the enormous stress put on the coolant intake pumps and possible defects discovered in the release valves.
I think this is good. Let's talk
Atlas
first.
Diagnostics Terminal. Well, hold on. Run diagnostics failed. Alright.
That should be enough to start. Let me take a look. Atlas Decommission Report. So the project was in bad shape after all? Oh, I knew it sounded too good to be true. Fascinating. Wow. This is some seriously classified stuff that I just let you read, isn't it? I wasn't supposed to show you any of this.
Who cares? Damn, we can't pass the Charisma 8. I'm not here to pry, I just want to help.
That's a mature attitude to take. I really appreciate that. There's only so much I can tell you, but I'll share what I feel is relevant. Atlas wasn't exactly an observatory before the war. That was just a front. The military conducted research here. Pretty advanced research. We're down here to investigate and see what's worth salvaging for the Brotherhood.
Why didn't you mention this before we started? You should have told me we were looting a military base. Oh, no, just thanks for filling me in.
I did ask you to help, after all. It's only fair you're prepared for what you might find. Now, let's follow up on some leads from this report. I'd like to do a quick inspection of some key components that should be nearby. There's probably a terminal around here. If it's still running, we can do a diagnostics test.
I already did, it failed.
That will tell us about
And
some
we're
of the
right
less
in front of
accessible
it.
hardware. The report mentioned that the machine's intake pump was under a lot of pressure. Let's find the release valve for that and give it a spin, see what happens. Finally, the lower core on this level should have a wiring box. Why don't we take a glance at that to get an idea of the electrical hookups?
What are we looking for in the diagnostics test?
The diagnostics test can tell us the state of some key components that we won't be able to test manually. Keep an eye on the state of each component, and we'll want to look into them after the initial check.
How will we know if the release valve works properly?
The release valve is an emergency mechanism that can relieve pressure on the intake pipes if they come under stress. If all is well, we'll just be able to turn it and nothing out of the ordinary will happen.
What will the wiring tell us about the machine?
Think of the wires like the blood vessels of the machine. Without the electricity running through them, nothing's going to work. We just need to do a little checkup and see what condition they're in.
Got it, let's go.
Should be a simple inspection. You can have point, but I'll be looking over your shoulder the whole way. Take note of the details and we'll discuss how it goes after. Interesting.
Okay. You wouldn't let me do that without doing this first. The wiring looks shredded, likely the work of resident critters. Ooh. Legendary mole rat underwear. Oh, good thing it's got stuck there. Oh, no. Oh, shoot. Not bad. I'm not in my power armor. Dang. What again? 100 short telemeter machine gun. It's probably not very useful. Was that the glowing one? Because that was the legendary one. And that one wasn't glowing. Hold on. Oh shoot. How'd I get more health? Oh, I did.
Let's talk. Alright, let's go over the inspection results. The diagnostics check revealed some issues. Flux disruption in the induction loop, intake valves ruptured, and the ion focus?
Defunct, misaligned, decelerated. Truth be told, I really wasn't paying attention to that. Oh, yeah,
misaligned. Problematic to say the least. Next, we have the release valve. That went. Well, what was your assessment?
Working as intended, it releases pressure, so okay. It exploded.
It certainly did. I'm going to mark that down as bad. Last but not least, the wiring. The wires were...
completely chewed through. Mole rats are the prime suspect.
Yep. I think the warm reception they gave us also points to that. Okay, well, sorry about the pop quiz. But in general, you're handling yourself well, so far.
I wasn't expecting a test.
Nobody does, outside of a classroom. That's why I love to evaluate new prospects this way. If I'm going to recommend you to Paladin Romani, I need to know you're serious. Can you pay attention? Think on your feet? If you can, you earn my favor. If you can't, then, well, maybe I reconsider my recommendation. I'm worried about what our inspection turned up. There are a few parts I'd like to extract and examine in my lab. There's the pressure gauge, the core processor, and the ion focus. They should be upstairs. There's a lot I can learn from examining them if we can pull them out and get them back to my lab in decent condition. I want to take some notes on the core up there, so I'm going to leave the parts removal to you. Each extraction will be a little different, but in general, you'll want to use a light touch. I want the components in good condition, so please be careful. Any questions, or are you ready to get started?
Why the pressure gauge?
You saw what happened when we tested the release valve. I want to examine the stress on the gauge. That could tell us if all that built-up pressure was normal or an anomaly. Oh, and you may have to pry it off, but be careful about it when the time comes.
Tell me about the core processor unit.
The brain of the machine. It's the component that coordinates all of the others. It should be slotted into a terminal somewhere. May take a little technical know-how to extract, but nothing you can't handle, I'm sure.
What do I need to know about the ion focus?
A very important and technical component. It helps force particles into a beam that the machine could fire to affect the weather. Somehow. Could take a bit of manual dexterity to pry loose without any damage.
I'm good to go.
I'm counting on you. Let's see what you can do.
Extract components from Atlas machines. Ooh. Coming in handy again. Now, are those... I'm not seeing anything down here. Are those the ones that are up here? Yeah. Okay. No. I went the, wrong way. The other stairs. There we go. The one thing I didn't even get to do, it just either she did it or it just happened. Inside its container, a miniaturized ion focus sits nestled in a bundle of tubes and wires, many of which are attached. How will you go about extracting it? To the connections away with your hands and wrench. Gently unhook each tube and wire from the device and lift it out. Yeah. There we go. I guess we can go ahead and exit this. Hopefully there won't be anything else. But just in case... Let's get the shotgun out. Gotta have the Nuka-Cola. Okay, so that's Fort Atlas. Central Processing Terminals. CPU Management. Intelligence 8. Execute full CPU removal protocol. Alright. Power status. Atlas system power, its operational power output is 150% above expected levels and 350% above required levels. Output efficiency is 25% due to undiagnosed pathway failures. Recommended thorough examination of the repair of conduit pathways to restore suitable level of output efficiency. Operation logs. Okay. Alright, inside its container, a pressure gauge is attached with rusted screws. How will we go about extracting it? We can use our strength to unscrew the screws through the rust and remove the gauge.
Oh, I thought of one. Can you pick up the induction coil up there on the machine coil?
After I grab that soap. Then where was that over here? 44. I don't know if we need 44, but grabbed it anyway. Oh, dang it. Inside the container is an induction coil with two thick wires attached, one red, one blue. A low hum and the sound of static surrounds the device and the wire crackle. How will you go extracting it? Unhook both wires and slide the coil out. Oh.
What was that?
Nothing. Gently lift it out of its container. Quickly swap it out with a heavy sack of dirt. Yeah. A mysterious canister sits before you, pulsing with an eerie glow.
That doesn't sound good.
Attention. This is now a combat zone. You may suffer harm up to end, including death, if you remain in the area. This notice is required by law.
Alright, you got him.
All allied area.
Oh, I'm out.
Back at it!
Come on, I won't shoot.
Warning. Continued operation cannot be guaranteed. Please contact an authorized repair representative.
Here we go.
I'm a much better tactician. It's all my brain, you see.
Let me go ahead and enter this thing.
They could have taken you to love, to forgive, but no.
You guys attack me while I'm suffering from bone worms. How dare you?
Should have spent more time with the fire.
There. Killed as a weapon.
Whew. Whatever you did up there, the security system sure didn't like it. Thanks for the backup. I doubt I could have handled that on my own. Now that that's over with, let me take a look at what you've collected. The pressure gauge looks like it's in good condition. The core processor is pristine. Good work on that. The ion focus looks usable. Impressive. The induction coil seems fine. That's a relief. And what is this? This is... Is this ultrasight? Fascinating. This looks like some kind of compact power source. None of the documents, none of the terminals said anything about this. Did this power the whole machine?
They say ultrasight has unlimited potential.
The fuel of the future. I'd heard the stories, but to think I could hold so much energy in my hands like this? Project Atlas may be beyond our power to repair, but we might have something here. I expected the machine to use a small reactor's worth of energy. They condensed that into a container I can hold in my hands. Oh, I could do a lot with this. You were a big help. I'm sure you have what it takes to be an initiate, and soon. Here, take this letter to Paladin Romani. She'll make the final call on letting you into the Brotherhood, but my wreck may tip the scales. I'm going back upstairs to take a look at these components. I need to catalog our findings. If nothing else, this ultrasight battery has piqued my interest. There's a lot I could learn from reverse engineering it. Oh, I'm giving you access to my private terminal, too. It has all the logs we recovered from when we moved in. After what we just went through, I think you deserve to know more about Project Atlas. Take a look if you get some free time. Thanks again for your help, and good luck with the Paladin.
Oh, okay, there we go. The Fact Finder shoots an additional projectile bullets explode for area damage, and something else. Fact Finder, 44 rounds, stim pack, video testing. We'll look at everything once we're back in here. But yeah, luckily there, nothing over my level, and most things were under my level, which is good. Since, like I said, I really don't have, you know, crazy good weapons and stuff like that, so. I don't have mutations either, so. So that's what this was. There was nothing in there.
Keep fighting out there.
Okay, so
Take another look at my armor. 2,000 miles of hiking has put some real wear on it.
the
The
fact
elders have so
finder.
much to teach us. How about get to meet them in person someday?
How do I inspect R3? Okay. 25% less VATS action points cost. Okay, so it does 130 damage, but fires an extra projectile. So that does that mean it does 260 damage? If so,
Return their gun to the
I
wrong
like
place
that.
again. Do I need to call a seminar on this?
Running my own operation would involve this much paperwork.
I like it.
I'm
And
never
we
gonna
level
make
up.
a name for myself holding down. When do I get to
Pick
go
a
out
perk or
and
remove opponents.
To see if we can spare any supplies for the relief efforts.
This order is to be expected
us
in a
goodwill
place
with
that
the
lacks
Yeah, where did all of our
oversight.
shotgun ones go?
Still, this
Like, I
is-
didn't. They weren't in our thing. I found that kind of weird.
The old world has so much to teach us. Why didn't I see it before?
These people are still hurling nukes at each other. It's madness.
We should spend less time mourning for Defiance and more time here.
Come on, so
Avalanche's future will be decided.
okay, so strength. Oh, perception. Okay.
I will not allow Atlas to go the way of Fort Defiance. We're here to stay.
For the maximum rifleman,
No meat approved.
gain improved control and
Greetings,
hold on
civilian.
breath.
Dinner declined. And this ration request doesn't even have a name on it.
Appalachia is our chance to learn from the mistakes of the past.
Okay, and we could start on Archer as well.
For everyone.
I like that.
Find,
But,
protect,
I
and
don't know.
preserve. Go home. Let us take care of things here.
It's impressive how much they've managed to rebuild here, in spite of the scorched plague.
We have to cut ourselves free from America to rebuild America.
I don't know.
Take the old and forge it new.
Oh. Oh. Not as young as you used to be, Layla. Can't spend all
Raiders
day
causing
hunched
trouble
over
again.
the war team.
We'll have to do something about them.
Explosives do plus 20% damage. Do any energy weapon ammo since we do have a lot. Advanced armor mods.
We're gonna have to bring the Crater Raiders under control eventually. Hopefully without unnecessary bloodshed.
But how do I show that I'm fit to be a scribe when I put on patrol day and night?
Critical hits now only consume 85% of your critical meter.
Another complaint. Shin's certainly winning us friends here.
One day, I'll make night. Then I'll show those raiders who's boss.
Need to have Valdez take another look at my armor. 2,000 miles of hiking has put some real wear on it.
Shotguns gain a 5% stagger, chance and 10% chance to cripple a
The settlers
limb.
want to rebuild, but they're only looking to the future. We need to understand the past as well, or we're gonna make the same
Non-automatic
mistakes.
hits does not do 10% damage. Let's upgrade it.
Operation.
Alright, so that's at level 3 now. And it's in this one, right? Yeah, let's go ahead and take that out. Put Gunslinger on.
World science solved
I think the
model
next thing we'll do is add an agility so we can put back on
I'm glad we guard our
Action
tech
Boy.
closely. At Victoria.
Maybe not, I don't know. So now let's look at. So now it does 134. And that's only an extra 4 damage.
Might buy us goodwill with the locals.
Throwing nukes
That's
left
179, which needs to be
and right.
repaired.
The people of Appalachia think a bomb is a plate.
The
And we
Scorched,
got
the Raiders,
the score
Ghouls.
thing. How do
Anything
we?
tries to attack, we'll be ready.
Let's see. Earn score to unlock rewards on the seasonal board. Seek out your score challenges by pressing right on the map menu. Complete the daily and weekly challenges to earn score. Unlock new rewards each time you increase your score rank. Claim your rewards using the tokens on the seasonal board. So we can claim this Armor Ace. I don't know what that is. Show your command to the Power Patrol with the Ace. Oh, it's just an icon. Yeah. So our first two things we got were icons. Military Footlocker Stash.
Share the word with every nation.
Legendary, what is this?
Liberty.
Get the beefy wasteland look with the weight bench. Using the weight bench will grant a strength boost. Okay. I doubt I'll get very many of these at all. T45 paint. Okay, so it seems like it's all cosmetic. Oh wait. Gold bullion, yeah, of course. Stuff you need to buy stuff with.
Liberty. Your voice is strong. Armor Ace.
Then the end of it, you get the Armor Ace bundle.
Mind.
Okay. So now we can go
Oh.
into her
Oh,
thing.
not as young as you used to be,
Disorders
Layla.
to be
Oh no,
expected.
wait. We've
I know
already
they hunched over the
gotten this one. I meant the
Still, this
Valez.
We'll make Atlas stronger than Fort Defiance ever was. Never forget the
Atlas
heroes of
Observatory
Fort Defiance.
Archives. Text Archive, LTC James Oberlin. LTC James Oberlin reporting as Chief Army Scientific Advisor to the Atlas program, replacing Major Kirk Bentley, who was deemed unfit for the role.
Fort Atlas is in
The
good
Atlas
hands.
program is moving slower than
Nation's trained us
expected.
well.
I'm here to do what I can to step it into gear. It is by my discretion
How can I find
that
time to
Washington
study
will
our
cut
history
funding
with all
if
this
the
new
prototype does not
equipment
yield
popping up?
scalable results by April. We should
New
not continue to
recruits,
pay for
night agents
construction of
training,
the Atlas
weapons,
accelerator if
base
the
like
technology
this.
turns out to be
We're gonna be
incompatible. That was a year before the bombs fell. Prototype results have yielded moderate success. Dr. Hammond has succeeded in initiating
Too
light
bad this
rainfall
observatory's so busted
across a
up.
significant
I'd love to
localized
look at the
area.
stars.
Funding for the Atlas program will continue under the condition of Dr. Hammond condition
The
that
elders
Dr.
have
Hammond
so much to
invests
teach
more
us.
research
I
into
hope I'll get to meet
more
them in
high energy
person
weather
someday.
conditions.
I
Has
have
given
my
Atlas
eye on you.
engineers the go-ahead to initiate construction of the accelerator while we continue to improve the underlying technology of the Atlas system. However, in an effort to light a fire under their ass, I've made it clear that funding could dry up if
Stay
we
on your toes.
encounter any
The
more
wasteland is merciless.
significant development
Robots everywhere,
delays.
but all standard models.
Dr.
Surely
Hammond has
there's
been able
something
to
more
produce a
discover.
wide variety of weather
Everything makes
conditions
sense now.
based on the
This is my
data
place.
his team has been bringing into the lab. The latest prototype resulted in near whiteout blizzard conditions, an unusual occurrence in mid-August. Some of the local media is picking up on it, but nothing has been directed our way. Security is tight, and I
Weapon
trust
may
the
keep me
personnel
safe, but
here
doesn't
to
make
keep
these repairs
things
go
under
any faster.
wraps. The automated security system we've installed
Hope
has a
those
way
kids
of
we picked up are
discouraging
doing
loose
okay.
lips. I've got a
What were
meeting
their
tomorrow
names
with the
again?
top brass back in
Started with
Washington
an M.
to go over military application for this technology. The localized prototype won't be much use in a war, but could prove useful during small skirmishes of certain clandestine operations. Sounds interesting. Changing the weather.
Never forget the heroes of Fort Defiance.
The Alice project has been fully
I want
approved
to
and
visit Fort
funded
Defiance, but
for military applications.
I'm
This
not
could
sure I
prove
can
to be a
stand the
massive asset in the war effort against China. Imagine blanketing the nation in thick black clouds until the crops die out, wiping out naval ports with typhoons, or sending fierce lightning storms against vulnerable air bases to ground air units. Heck, we can even deploy Atlas to quell any potential domestic uprisings. The sky's the limit here. It is my assessment that the Atlas system will diminish the threat of all our nuclear war. No one would believe that a string of bad weather is under our control. More bodies are being thrown at the Atlas accelerator so we can hasten its production. Current projections place a completion date in the first quarter of next year. Well, I have bad news. 2 days ago, I received a letter from my superiors in Washington. From completely out of the blue, they were shutting Atlas down. I was in total shock. I read the details, and it
come
was
all
filled
the
with
way
the
from
usual
California.
bullshit phrases like
Here I
cost-cutting
am
measures,
fixing broken
risk
pipes.
assessment ratios, and taxpayer responsibilities. It also said further instructions would follow. This honestly doesn't make a bit of sense. I decided to wait to discuss this with Dr. Hammond, as I'm certain hearing the news will send him off the deep end. As expected, I received a follow-up letter
Just a
from
few
my
more
commanding
tweaks, and
officer.
then it's
I was
back
to
to
go
working on
back
that
through
murder
all
book.
the data that Dr. Hammond collected and adjust the values and the results so that Atlas looked like a failure. Why were they bearing the project that could shift the focus of the war? Why were they suddenly being so covert about the whole thing? I had a million questions, but I knew better than to call Washington and ask.
We're
Orders
building
are
something
orders.
big here.
I just broke the
Don't
news
get
to
left
Hammond, and
behind.
he instantly flew into a rage. I had to get a couple of
Scorched
MPs to
the
restrain
Raiders.
him. I thought he was going to literally kill me.
Anything tries to
Fortunately,
attack.
he calmed down and then walked off the property without a word. I don't know if he'll be back or not, but I still have a job to do. Text archive, Dr. Isaac Hammond. After the incident with Major Bentley, I decided I need a place to informally vent my thoughts before sending them out. Repeat, do not send. Progress report. Here's your progress report. Good science takes time. Don't come to me and say it's going slower than you expected, Lieutenant Colonel Oberman.
I wonder
Science
what
doesn't
stories
care
behind
about your
it that no
deadlines,
one's
it
out
cares
here.
about results, and so far, the results align with my expectations. I'm not stupid, I know why the Air Force is involved with the project now, and I also know you can't do it without me. Prototype. The prototype works. We can't just package that up and implement it as is. I would expect you, of all people, to understand why it was a necessary first step before we throw all our resources at the Atlas proper.
Scorched plague.
You can
I've
have
seen
it.
nothing like it.
You can have it done quickly. You can have
Get my
it done
hands
under
on a
budget,
sample.
or you can have it done right. But you can only pick two of those at best. Lieutenant Marks. Lieutenant Marks, I know this may be considered highly unprofessional of me, but I must say it's a relief working with someone who truly understands the work we're doing here. I'm sick of the other Air Force pea brains here. Most of them don't
Another
know
scribe
what
just to
a
keep the scrolls up to date.
nephelometer is, let alone how to calibrate one. Would you consider dinner and drink some time, maybe? I have some concerns with the project, and I'd like to speak privately with someone I respect. It would also give us a chance to get to know one another a little more. Go to hell. Note, I overheard they
never
may
gonna
be
make
shutting
a
us
name for
down.
myself
Maybe
working
I'll
for
actually end up sending
When
this
do I get to go
one
out
if
and
it's
prove my
true,
worth?
or maybe it's better to just leave quietly. Haven't decided yet.
Ultrasight country.
You can't shut us down. Atlas is
Who knows what
practically
I have
done.
my eye on
This
you.
is my
Mining
life's
firms
work.
built
If
here.
this is just your way of getting rid of me so the government can take over Atlas? Just see how far you can get without me. You don't think I built in precautions just in case something like this happened?
Stay on your toes. The wasteland is merciless.
Brotherhood, Chapter Scrolls.
Calibrate this. Tighten that.
Paladin Layla Ramani. Rank Paladin named Layla Ramani. Former U.S. National Guard, Paladin Ramani is a bold leader who cares for the people. She is renowned for decisive action and inventive tactics. Though sometimes criticized by leadership as reckless, no one can deny her record of success.
This old place may hold the most
and
promise.
her approachability have made her very popular among the rank and file. After outstanding service to the Brotherhood, her requests for the Appalachian expedition were granted by the Council of Elders, and she was given command. Knight Daniel Shin. Driven and dedicated, Knight Shin is a model member of the Brotherhood of Steel. While this focus and commitment is sometimes off-putting to other members, especially new recruits, it has earned him the respect of Brotherhood leadership. His actions have drawn praise from the Council of Elders and even Elder Maxon himself. Knight Shin was recruited from the Mojave Wasteland, where his valor caught the eye of Knight Connors, who brought him into the fold.
Old world science solved a lot of problems back in the day.
Knight Alan Connors.
Look what else it brought. I'm glad we guard our tech closely.
Former U.S. National Guard. As a subordinate of Paladin Romani, known for his wise counsel, he followed the Paladin into service in the Brotherhood. A noted peacekeeper and negotiator, Knight Connors was a valued member of the Brotherhood as a whole, and Appalachia Expedition in particular. Someone's sleeping in the background. He had a calming presence and was skilled at diffusing disputes. Killed in action valorously, protecting Knight Shin and others from raider attack. Recommend highest possible honors. Knight Matthew Thornberry. Knight Thornberry is an exemplar of courage, whose selfless actions early in this expedition saved friendly lives and salvaged valuable technology. He personally rescued captured Brotherhood members from torture at the hands of hostile raiders in the Sierra Nevada, and furthermore recovered many fusion cores and energy weapons from the enemy. Paladin Romani charged Knight Thornberry with escorting the rescued members back home and seeing to their recovery, a task he eagerly accepted. A caring man with the mind of a scribe and the heart of a lion, we miss his presence dearly. While no longer part of this expedition, his deeds will continue to live in these scrolls. Scribe Odessa Valdez. This expedition scribe and the keeper of these scrolls. Scribe Valdez's parents, early recruits known as the Knights Valdez, enlisted her in the Brotherhood as an apprentice scribe at a young age. Under the tutelage of Scribe Haley Takano, she learned to perform her role satisfactorily, taking a special interest in the operations of the vertibirds and other flying machines. Scribe Valdez volunteered for this expedition in place of Scribe Takano, who was unable to join due to health and other concerns.
I wish you were here too.
Scribe Valdez personal logs. Appalachia. Appalachia, after so many months, we're finally here.
Why didn't I see it before?
We came expecting the worst, the scorched plague, utter desolation. I remember sitting by Scribe Takano as we listened to each new communication from Paladin Taggarty's chapter. Every attempt to fight the scorched brought failure and loss. Paladin Taggarty, as strong as she was, sounded more desperate every time we heard her. I grew to understand why my parents insisted I stay as scribe. I couldn't help but be thankful I was safe in my bunker and not out fighting that. Still, as the years passed, I couldn't help but yearn for the adventurous life of my peers. When the time finally came for our expedition east, I jumped at the chance. Scribe Takano wanted to go, but I insisted she stay for her health, even if she did make it all the way there. I think the grief would be too much for her. I'll admit I was surprised when we arrived. It was more than desolation. There were people, settlers and raiders, and those caught in between. The scorched are present, but there are rumors of a cure. Some vault dwellers, America's best and brightest, concocted an inoculation and spread it among the people
I'll
here.
leave to the scrolls.
I'm skeptical, of course, after all the horror I heard on the radio of God, I can't read today. How could I not be? But I can't deny that Appalachians have found a way to survive. We came here for knowledge. Maybe that starts with learning from them. Atlas Observatory. We set up base in the old Atlas Observatory, Fort Atlas. We've named it. I like the name. It sounds strong. This place was always on our list of targets. We know it's not just here for strategizing or stargazing. The old regime was building something here, and we need to find out what. My first task is to do some research, start rooting through old terminal entries, and catalog any old holotapes we find lying around. I've started an archive on this terminal to that effect. Hopefully some juicy leads turn up soon. Okay, so she had a lot in her terminal. Romani had almost nothing.
Request for the Brotherhood should be passed through Night Shin.
Okay.
Ah, you must be the one I've been hearing about. Paladin Layla Romani. What do you need?
Let's see.
I need to remind Scribe Valdez to retune my power.
What have you heard about me?
I've received a report from Night Shin detailing your assistance in his duties. He has given his approval to your consideration as an initiate. Word around the fort is that you've been working with Scribe Valdez as well.
So you're in charge of this place, right?
As a paladin, I am the commander of the 1st Expeditionary Force to Appalachia, and by extension, the ranking officer here at Fort Atlas.
Appalachia's future will be decided.
I was hoping to join the Brotherhood.
It takes more than hope to join the Brotherhood. Night Shin has spoken in your favor, but you'd also need Scribe Valdez's approval for me to consider your candidacy.
Scribe Valdez wrote me a letter of recommendation.
Well, between this and the report I have from Night Shin, we can discuss you becoming a member of our order. Consider it carefully. Do you wish to join our ranks?
Let's see. I don't know, you seem like jerks. Shin and Valdez both recommend me?
Both have given their approval to your initiate consideration. Yes.
What did Shin say about me?
Night Shin said that your attitude regarding the role of the Brotherhood in relation to the civilian community was questionable. Nonetheless, he felt your intentions were honorable and suitable training would correct any deficiencies. Which means he probably thought I'd like you. That remains to be seen.
What did Valdez have to say?
In short, she thinks you are capable, helpful, and possessed of a higher than average technical aptitude. Useful qualities in an initiate candidate. Yes?
I would like to join if you'll have me.
With the recommendations of Night Shin and Scribe Valdez, I'm willing to consider you for membership. But first, I need to see how you handle yourself without direct supervision. In order to be effective in our operations here, we need to establish positive relations with the people of Appalachia. If we make them see us as a beneficial presence in the area, it will be much easier to secure cooperation in the future. We have reports of feral ghoul attacks on traders and travelers in the southwest forest region, indicative of a nest of some kind. I want you to clear it out.
Ooh, Charisma 4. We don't know how dangerous this might be. Surely that's worth an extra reward.
Your reward is that I consider you worthy to join our ranks. Limited intel suggests this is a milk run, perfect for a new recruit. But you're not wrong. We don't know the level of threat. Take this as an additional precaution.
A stim pack. Cool. Where is this nest?
We don't know. Our initial reports on the attacks came from a family of farmers, the Putnams, that we passed on the way into the region. I think their sons were rather starstruck when we showed up. I almost expected the older boy to follow us when we left. You should start your search there. They may know more. You can find them at the old Lewis and Sons farming supply.
Raiders causing trouble again. We'll have to do something.
Why haven't you had some of the other initiates do this already?
While I'm not in the habit of explaining my priorities to would-be recruits, you may have noticed there's a lot of work to be done here. You doing it accomplishes the mission and adds another member to our ranks. 2 birds, 1 stone.
I think I have everything I need.
Very well. Do this, and you will be one of us, with all the rights and responsibilities of a full member of the Brotherhood of Steel. Ad Victoriam.
Okay. Go to Lewis and Sons farming supply.
I'll show those raiders who's boss.
Someone's dropping in a nuke. Wait. I don't remember where she said it was. Let's see. Right here.
Shin's certainly winning us friends here.
This is right next to the Nuka-Cola plant.
We should spend less time mourning for Defiance.
The hell is
for time
this?
here.
Oh, the rusty pick. So, it has like a picture of the dude. Let's see.
Need to have Valdez take another look at my armor. 2,000 miles of hiking puts some.
We're there, so it would be cheaper to go to the camp first. We're here, so one thing I need to do is repair my Gauss pistol.
One man's junk is a electron's paradise.
This place has
A lot of aluminum and springs. Copper oil and I think I'm gonna need to.
Then I met someone, a stranger, and over time, well,
Make
that
shotgun
stranger
ammo.
isn't a stranger anymore at all. I don't believe in luck or fate or any of that, but I do know that I wouldn't have changed a thing.
So let's go ahead. Which one is it? Maybe it's in this one. Oh, there it is.
Clean up this, fix that. Never seemed to end.
What? Whoops. No.
I smell scrap.
The hell?
Well, not literally.
I guess the view
I
from
don't know
these
why I didn't do
mountains
that
is the
earlier.
next best thing to space.
Oh, I completely forgot it was the Tinker's workbench I needed.
So much junk, so little time.
Oops. Let's see. Oh yeah, make it turn. Alright, so I think we'll put the bow away if we can. Submachine guns going
I hit solid
to the
gold.
vendor thing. I think we got enough of this. 147,
Clean
205,
this, fix that. Never seem to end.
205.
Oh, hey. Good to see you again.
Get out of my way, Commander De Guerra. There we go.
And oil spill. I have never seen any.
God, so many caps. Oh, I gotta put my pistol thing back on. My pistol perk. Gives us a little extra health. And you know, since they are, well no, it says go to their farming supply and talk to them first. Do that. And let's be like, I'll go ahead and put on my power armor because we're going to be dealing with ghouls, but
Oh, I'm sore
Not
all
yet.
over. Oh, building this place up is hard work. Sure is hot out here. I could really use a bit of water.
one purified water. How about some cool purified water?
On a hot day like this, your generosity is a refreshing change.
Okay. Raider scum next to a settler. I mean, at least they're getting along, you know. Hey, some pretty good things in there at least. You drink a noodle cup? Alright. U.S. Covert Operations Manual 5.
Huh? Whoa, whoa there. Mom, Dad.
Who do you think you are barging in here? George?
Hold it, stranger. No funny moves.
Don't shoot, I'm with the Brotherhood.
The Brotherhood? Again?
Oh, man. Cool. Haha. I told you they'd be back, Colin.
Lower the gun, George. All right. Why don't you come over here and we'll try to do this like civilized folk.
You gonna pick up that book, man? You just dropped it on the ground.
Now you need to be more careful just waltzing into people's homes. It's a good way to end up with more lead in you than's healthy. I'm Carol Putnam. This is my husband, George. Now, won't you tell us why you're barging in here, and maybe we can all be friendly when you're done.
The Brotherhood still sent me to ask you about the ghoul attacks in the area.
Those would be them military types in the heavy armor that came through here recently, right? I'm the one that told them about those attacks.
Those Brotherhood guys are so cool. Wait, are you recruiting? I want to sign up.
Their gear was pretty fascinating.
Settle down, boys. The adults is talking. So you want to know about them ghouls?
Paladin Romani sent me to find out if you knew where the ghoul attacks are coming from.
Can't say for certain. We got a suspicion, though.
A lot of the sightings and attacks have been from folks traveling the highway to Flatwoods. They come out of the hills, northwest of the old creamery.
And the only thing out that way is what's left of the Orwell orchards. Could be the source of the things. You gonna wipe them out when you find them?
Ooh, Charisma 4. Sounds like I'd be helping you out if I did. Maybe there's a reward in it for my efforts.
Aren't you on a mission from the Brotherhood? You're doing it for them, not for us.
She's right, of course, but that doesn't mean we're not grateful for the risk you're taking. Now here, wherever you find ghouls, you're going to find radiation. Now, we can spare this.
Relics. The plan's to clear the place out entirely.
Good to hear.
You'd be doing everybody in the area a favor. That's for sure.
Safe roads mean safer traders. Good for everyone. The Brotherhood would definitely be making friends if you pull this off.
Any idea of how many ghouls there might be?
Not sure. More than a few, less than an army. From what folks have said, if you're going in alone, even a few can swarm you before you even realize what's happening. Be careful out there.
I want to ask you some other questions.
All right, then.
Is it just the four of you here?
Me, George, and the boys. Marty's the overeager one. Colin's the quiet one. I hope I don't need to remind you, we're not defenseless.
There's also the robots outside, of course. I got them helping with the chores.
Nerd. Boys, knock it off.
So, us, the robots, and the dogs, I guess. And enough firepower to discourage pests.
How's the farm doing?
Well, we're getting to be self-sufficient soon. Greenhouse is getting there. George wants to restore the house, but we're fine in here.
The boys are gonna want rooms of their own, dear. Don't act like you wouldn't mind being away from their snoring.
We've got other work needs doing first. Lord, if I can put up with your snoring for 20 years, I can surely deal with them.
You boys both want to join the Brotherhood?
Lord, don't get them started.
Oh, yeah. The lasers, the power armor, they are the coolest thing I have ever seen.
Marty, you barely do your chores now, and you get confused by the generator. What good would you be?
Yeah, well, at least I'm not a shrimp like you.
I can pay you to get these two out of my hair.
George!
I'm just kidding. You boys know we love you.
Carol, would you let your sons join the Brotherhood?
Now, I don't like it, but they're adults. Or close enough, I guess. And I know they're bound to want to do their own thing. But the farm needs work. We can't do it alone. If one of them wants to go, well now, George and I'll just have to live with it. But you ain't taking both of my boys, though.
Ooh, me.
George, what do you think about your sons joining the Brotherhood?
Careful, George.
You heard the wife. She says one of them can go, then one can go, I suppose.
Enough about that. I had some other questions.
Fine by me. Just try not to startle us if you drop by again. George has a hair trigger with that shotgun.
Sorry guys, I need these board games. For research, of course. We'll take the one that seems to be kind of smart. Oh yeah, he's right here, Colin. They got upstairs, check up there real quick. Wow, that would suck. So I guess the mom and dad sleep here and the boys sleep there. Wow. That's awful.
I really would like to join the Brotherhood. I know I'm not as strong as my brother, but you've got to have a need for somebody smart, right?
It's a big decision, Colin. Are you sure you want to join the Brotherhood?
I'm sure. This farm isn't the place for me. The Brotherhood could change the world. It's where I belong. Can you make me a recruit?
Honestly, Colin, I'm not sure. I'm willing to recommend you, though, if you can help me.
Alright, that seems fair enough. I'll do my best to earn that recommendation, I promise. Are you sure about me, though? I know my brother wants this too, and I heard Mom. Only one of us can go.
You're my pick, Colin. I want you to come with me. Before I decide anything, I have some other questions.
Sure thing. What'd you want to know?
So you're saying you're smart?
Smarter than Marty, anyway. No offense to my brother, but if he can't solve a problem with his muscles, he's stumped. I read anything I can find. Most of the working machinery around the farm is my handiwork. I'm the one who got the bots running. The Brotherhood can't be all brawn and no brains, right?
You don't seem like the military type.
Maybe I'm not. But I'm not cut out to be a farmer, either. The Brotherhood has tech. And that's an opportunity to learn. That's all I want.
Do you think you can handle combat?
I'd be lying if I said I wouldn't be nervous. Won't know until it happens, I suppose. But I'm willing to risk it if it means getting out of here.
Wouldn't you rather stay with your parents? It seems safe here.
It is safe. So safe I'll end up still running this place when I'm old. There's nothing wrong with farming, and I love my parents, but There's so much more out there.
There are other ways off the farm than joining the Brotherhood.
Maybe so, but Marty's right about one thing. The Brotherhood has the coolest tech. It'd be amazing to get to work with it, and learn from them. Okay. I'll be here if you reconsider.
Oh no, he's the
I
one
really
I want.
would like to join. I'm sure. This farm isn't... Can you make me a recruit? Alright, that's it. I'll do my best to earn. Are you sure about me?
You're my pet, Colin. I want you to come with me.
Really? That's incredible. Thank you. You go on ahead. I need to talk to my folks and say goodbye and that kind of thing. I'll meet you at Orwell Orchards.
Okay, so from what it sounds like, I'm gonna need this baby. Okay. So, Colin's gonna join us. I hope he can't die. Because I'm not really the fastest when it comes to dispatching foes. Locate the source of the ghoul attacks. What kind of building is this? Don't even... there's the door. Cheryl's journal. October 14th, 2077. Ian went to Charleston today to ask for another loan. The bank turned him down again. I'm not sure what we'll do now. We knew this year might be rough, but I doubt we can even pick 100 bushels from the trees outside. Those oil traps didn't do much to stop our moth problem, and we can't afford enough insecticide without some serious help. I don't know where we can get that kind of money. No matter what, this fall's crop is mostly gone. A lot of Mr. Farm hands. Let's go ahead and check these two places first. Oh dang it, I forgot to put away my bow. But I will. Make sure my next weapon is the shotgun. I've got 200 shells, 7 shells for it. Orwell bomb shelter. Ooh, I should equip some of the grenades or mines that I have. So you got 2 plasma mines, 3 grenades, cryo mine.
Hey, you're here. Seemed like this was the place. I had to sneak past everything outside, and then I heard some noises deeper in here, so I just holed up to wait for you. I hope that's okay.
Down this floor, keep your head on straight, follow my lead, watch my back, and we'll both get through this just fine.
Don't worry, I will. I'm as ready as I'll ever be. Let's do this.
10 mil. Clear ghouls out from the bunker. Holy hell.
This is so much worse than I imagined!
Okay, so he doesn't seem to be able to die. I certainly can. God damn. Oh, I did not need the 10 mil. Well then. Colin, you should have told me you were immortal from the start. The only recipes I ever find now are ones I already know. Never find any new ones. Red Menace. Ooh, Ian Orwell's Terminal. Marksman Sniper Rifle. Some golf clubs. Oh god, Colin, you scared me. We haven't cleared them out yet. Huh? Damn it. Absolutely nothing interesting. Oh, so this goes... This was the, whatever went underneath. Wait, no. How big is this damn underground bunker? God. Let's take a look at the terminal. Let's see, 2077, 1115. If Cheryl only knew how far into debt I had gone building this place, she would have killed me. Looks like it paid off in the long run, though. She knew the bank denied our last loan, but didn't know exactly why. I'd like to see the bank try to get their money back now. There was no saving the orchard anyway. We hadn't been profitable in years, and that was before the moths. That's not the worst of it. Right before the bombs dropped, we found out we won the goddamn lottery. The rep was supposed to show up next month, but I guess that's not happening now. Too bad. We could use the cash as extra toilet paper. Merry Christmas. It's been a little over a month since we took shelter. We're doing alright. Supplies are good and all the equipment is running smoothly. Cheryl has pretty much gotten over me not telling her about this place. I surprised her this morning with the crib I got before everything went to hell. She was pretty excited. I still don't know how she didn't manage to find out. She always talked about how much she wanted a kid, but the orchard was always our priority. Well, we have plenty of time now. I think it'll be nice to have some new life down here. 2078. It's been another 5 months. Still no luck on the baby front. Not for lack of trying. I'm starting to think the radiation from above is beginning to leak down here. We're still good on supplies for at least another year. It's been hard trying to stay on top of all the repairs. The pool pump broke last week, the fusion generator a few days before that. One of the projectors is shot and I think the heater is beginning to go. As long as we stay on top of repairs, we should be fine. 6 more months. It's September now, I think. We lost track of what day it was a few months ago. The leaves in the orchard are probably starting to turn. That was always my favorite time of the year. Damn, near everything has stopped working. We're down to just the essentials. Air, water, and food. We've got plenty of books to read though, and my putting game has never been better. I haven't been feeling too well these last couple months. My hair has been falling out and I'm having trouble keeping any weight on. Cheryl says we need to find help because this place is making me sick. We'll be fine. I'm not ready to leave yet. Who knows when this is, but 2078. Still feeling like crap. Mind is fogged, hard to focus, hard to type. But we're safe down here. I made sure of that. Cheryl doesn't understand the sacrifice, the debt, months of preparation, all for her. Her and that baby will never have. She wants to leave. She can't leave. I won't let her. Did he kill her? So we opened the door. First. Ew. Radiation really started to come in. And okay, we can go ahead and scrap it. Nicely painted bathroom. Trapped. All I wanted was to get him some help, and he trapped me in here like some sort of animal. I was able to repair that button that opens the door while he was asleep. He has the only key out of this godforsaken place. Tomorrow when I hear the shower, I'll take my chances. If anyone is reading this, please know I had no other choice. Ian, I'm sorry. I know this isn't you anymore. Please know that I still love you. Cheryl. Well, we saw him... I guess that was him dead in the shower. I haven't seen any corpses, so I'm guessing she did make it out. Did not need that. It's kind of weird the radiation got to him only. Oh, okay, so this was the... No. I don't know what the security door was. Oh, that was her door. Okay.
Oh, God. Oh. Wow. That was a lot.
Everything alright?
Yeah. Yeah, actually, thanks. That was... terrifying. I didn't completely lose it, though, and I'm alive, so I guess that's a good sign. Thanks, really. I know how that would have gone if it was just me.
How was your first combat experience?
I'm still shaking. I'm really a little worried you're so casual about it. I guess I can handle it, but if I have the choice, I'll stick to books and machines, thanks.
Still want to join the Brotherhood?
Definitely. I might not be the most brave in a fight, but you must need people to keep everything running. And if the occasional moment of terror is the price for getting to work with their tech, I can live with it.
You did alright, Colin. You should pack up and head to Fort Atlas when you're ready.
I will. Thanks again for keeping me alive, as well as giving me this chance. I'll make sure you and the rest of the Brotherhood don't regret it. Be safe out there.
Back to Fort Atlas. I wonder if those Mr. Farmhands, were they originally bad, like before the update or something? Because they were good, but one of them had a legendary crown.
I used to work with the folks at Foundation. Hard workers, but I wanted something more than just settling.
I have my expected in a place that lacked Brotherhood oversight for so long.
Welcome back. Have you completed your assigned mission, candidate?
I wiped out the nest. I also found someone else who wanted to sign up.
Ah, that explains young Colin Putnam arriving at our doorstep then. Bright kid. I can't say Shin thought much of him, but if he makes it through basic training, I think you found us another scribe. That'll make Valdez happy. I'm very pleased with your initiative. Excellent job.
We arrived in Appalachia not a moment too
Not
soon.
only have you achieved everything we set out for you, but you have expanded our order and helped to secure its future in Appalachia. I hereby confer on you the status of probationary initiate in the Brotherhood of Steel. I'm sorry, but we'll have to put the official initiation right on hold. Something's come up, and we need to deal with it right away. If you've got anything else you need to take care of, make it quick. Report to me again when you're ready.
Wrong place again. Do I need to call a seminar on this?
Ad Victorium, initiate.
Yeah. Got syntax right away, purify water, cryo grenade, mind over matter. Oh, okay, it's this. Oh, let's check it out.
Need to see if we can spare any supplies for
30%
relief
damage to
efforts.
ghouls, plus 10%
Might
damage
bias
while
goodwill
aiming,
with the locals.
50% damage resistance while aiming. It does 39 ballistic and 39 energy for a total of 78 damage. We'll mod it, see how it is. Disarming discovery.
I am a link in the chain that binds.
Help the retreat for Paladin
That is what keeps this order together.
Hello, initiate. Congratulations on officially joining our ranks. I apologize that we aren't able to do an official ceremony right now, but as previously stated, something more important has come up. I've been informed that there is an independent settlement that needs our help. A group of Blood Eagle raiders are extorting the villagers and taking their supplies. The village's leader, Jenny Brown, has more information. You can find her at their settlement, a camp made up of tree houses that they call the Retreat.
Understood, Paladin. You got it, boss.
I trust that you will represent the Brotherhood admirably on your first mission, Initiate.
We should spend less time mourning for Defiance and more time here, where Appalachia's future will be decided.
Speak to Jeannie Brown. Now, is that tree house? Oh, yeah, it is. Okay. So it's this big old tree thing.
Take the old and forge it anew.
Big mall.
I believe these people are still hurling nukes at each other. It's madness.
Tell you what I'm excited for. Is a little while back they announced that on Amazon, well, they've partnered with Amazon, I guess, to make a Fallout TV show. Hopefully it's good. Amazon has some money to put into it, and they're also doing the Lord of the Rings show, which they've put an enormous amount of money in. But I doubt it'll be actually going for quite a while. What the hell is that? Like, I would expect like 2025. Like when the first season's up. I have no idea. Jangle the Moon Monkey. Well, maybe not that late, but 24 probably. Oh shoot. Anyway, let's take a little bit of that right away. The retreat.
Real nice view up here. Shame about the spears.
Have you met Miss Jenny? She's responsible for our little family here. Maybe I'll ask around. See if anyone needs help.
If those raiders come snooping around, they're gonna regret it.
Hello there, stranger. What can I do for you?
I'm here on behalf of the Brotherhood.
Well, aren't you just the cutest Brotherhood member I've ever seen? My name is Jenny Brown, and I'm the mama hen of this little family here at the retreat. Lately, my kin have been harassed by a woman named Dagger and her Blood Eagle Raiders. She's causing all my people to go hungry and threatening our lives. You should take some time to talk with some of my people. I'm sure they have some useful information about Dagger that they can share with you, you know.
Let's see, I'll be off to go talk to them then.
Right. Let me know if you need anything else, darling.
You're weird.
Sorry. Forgive any attitudes from us. We've got people going hungry here.
What more can you tell me about Dagger?
I run the storehouse here and have to deal with her lieutenants that come to collect every week. They have some sort of fancy rocket launchers that would blow this place to smithereens if given the opportunity. Her and those Blood Eagle Raiders are definitely too tough for us to handle on our own. Something's gotta be done about her. And I hope you're the one to do it.
What made you want to live in tree houses?
You kidding me? It's gotta be the coolest digs you can get in the apocalypse. And I'm proud to call this place my home. And these people my family.
Why did you join Jenny Brown?
I was surrounded by a group of vicious mole rats. When some members of Miss Jenny's family found me, they saved me. I figured I could use some more protection from all the nastiness in this world. Now we just need to deal with Dagger. You go get that dagger. And bring me back my Instamash, please.
Lady can find Instamash anywhere.
Maybe I'll ask around and see if anyone needs help.
Spooky time, Mr. Fuzzy. Scout's Life 9. Silver time, Mr. Fuzzy. These are hilarious.
Is it true that strangler vines can grow out at night and wrap around you while you're sleeping? I should ask Miss Jenny.
If the scorched or the ferals don't get you, the rats will.
What the hell?
Last night, I dreamed I fell out of bed and straight to the forced floor. Good thing our houses have walls.
Yeah, that
Hey
picture.
there. Sorry, we're a bit wary of strangers right now.
I'm here about Dagger. What do you know about her?
Well, I know she's got numbers, and she's smart. She's got people tracking our trade routes, and they've been harassing our caravans. It's making the settlers not want to trade with us for fear of losing their own people. I don't blame them either. Dagger's people are making it harder and harder for us to have the supplies when she comes to collect. Honestly, I think she just wants an excuse to kill us off.
How'd you end up here in the retreat?
Miss Jenny heard of all the people in Appalachia and thought it would be a good spot for some consistent trading opportunities. We came across all these abandoned treehouses, and it seemed like the perfect place to set up our little haven. It allows us to keep our independence while still making it easy to trade with the settlers. Mostly. I believe in you to give that dagger what she deserves.
I don't know who you are, but... Hi.
Hi.
Looks like it might rain later. Don't like the fog. Even just a mist makes it harder to see.
Don't cause any trouble around here. I will be able to find you.
Do you have any
run
useful
too fast
information
around
about
here.
Dagger?
Yeah, I went out hunting shortly after one of her weekly collections and tracked her lieutenants to see where her hideout is. And I lost their trail and wasn't able to get the exact location. But I do know that they're somewhere to the southwest. If you find her, kill her. Her and her damn Blood Eagles are taking our food, water, stim packs, everything. All in exchange for allowing us to keep our lives.
What do you like about living here?
Being high up in these trees makes me feel safe. Plus, everyone looks out for each other here, and we do what we can to make the best of it. If you can just help us get rid of Dagger, we can go back to living in peace.
How did you meet Jenny Brown?
My partner and I were holed up in a building, and we heard some people come inside and start looking through the place. We were worried we would have to fight,
Looks like it might
but
rain
instead, Miss Jenny welcomed us into her group with open arms and offered us a place in the family. Please help us give that Dagger what she deserves.
These people are dressed so weird to be in swamps.
Gotta keep your eyes peeled in this weather.
What's that thing Miss Jenny says? Oh, you can't always find a perfectly preserved.
I never thought I could feel so at home in the apocalypse. Those Mothman cultists give me the creeps. They're all just crazy. Oh, I hate this
I hope
misty
you
fog
enjoyed
crap.
getting to know us. We're peaceful people. We don't want to bother or be bothered. So, will you help us? Real nice view up here. Shame about the skiers.
Is there anything else I need to know about Dagger?
Other than she's insane and a menace. She has this loyal group of lieutenants that are willing to protect her with their lives. I'm telling you, if they didn't follow her everywhere she went, I'd have already tried to put her 6 feet under.
You've got a tight-knit family here, Junie. That's rare in the wasteland.
I'm glad you're able to see how special my people are. Family is the most important thing that you can have, especially in the wasteland.
Flour, sugar.
I will do anything that I can to protect mine.
I'd be happy to help.
Thank you. I knew you'd be as sweet on the inside as you are on the outside. Please be careful. Dagger and her lieutenants are dangerous folk.
I dreamed I fell out of bed and straight to the forest floor. It's a good thing our houses have walls, huh?
Well, we can fast travel right into it.
That's a nice breeze.
What everyone's doing today.
got to put down some roots, right? Never.
Oh, the underground Chinese base. That scenery was probably some of the coolest in the game. Dagger's Den. I don't need to shoot the Bloody Pecker. That is the weirdest name.
Fucking hate everything.
I miss my mama.
Fusion core.
I'm so bored. Where'd I...
I want to check these guys out, see if they had anything. Ooh, more shotgun shells. Oh, damn it. Just so used to just grabbing shit. What the? Throne room key. Brianna Hawk's diary. After the destruction of Harper's Ferry, the Free Staters and survivors who occupied the town scattered. Two groups of refugees found themselves headed west. Free State brothers Juan Diego and Jesus Sunday, and me and my kin. The Sundays were rich preppers. They had a small but well-appointed bunker beneath their vacation cabin in the woods they hadn't told anyone about. The Hawks were just ordinary civilians with nowhere else to go. Once we were friends. I dated Juan Diego before the war, but now, with survival on the line, the brothers turned us away. Our group found a cave set into a nearby hillside. It wasn't much, but we did what we could to patch it up. Add some wood for the floors, scavenge furniture from the ruined houses nearby. It wasn't exactly free, Stater level of quality, but it was enough to get by. Over the following months, tensions grew. The Sundays were living relatively well from their supplies and farming a little plot of land near their house, while our desperate band was reduced to foraging in the swamps and eating anything they could scrounge up. We resented the Sundays' snobbish attitude. They looked down on us like wild animals. When negotiations over food failed, we started raiding the Sundays' field. The Sundays responded by building a wall. They set out lethal traps. We lost some good people. Then during one late night raid, someone knocked over a lantern, and the entire field went up in flames. Nearly everyone died in the ensuing fight. The remnants of our band tried to salvage what we could from the fire. We also tried to break into the Sundays bunker, to no avail. Out of food and options, I fear we'll starve to death. Damn. Somebody was fishing. Enter the throne room, investigate the area. Asshole, I almost did that completely stealthy. But what is this? Asshole. Oh, okay. That was just a different way to the chickens. Speak to Dagger, huh?
Imagine living in a kid's treehouse.
Somebody needs to get me a drink. Well, well, well. I see the Brotherhood has finally sent one of their pawns to retrieve my weapons. Because you've impressed me by taking out my crew, I'll allow you to say a few last words. Choose them carefully, kid.
Stupid villagers.
Weapons? What weapons? I'm here on behalf of the street. How'd you know I was Brotherhood?
You mean besides the fact that you waltzed in here all high and mighty? Oh, I've got eyes everywhere. I like to stay informed.
Weapons? What weapons? I'm here on behalf of the retreat.
Oh, shit. You mean you didn't know about the weapons? The crate they came in may have had a Brotherhood of Steel insignia on them. But they're ours now. Don't even think about walking into my place and making demands either. I won't let you take these weapons from us.
If you have Brotherhood property, you're going to hand it over right now, along with the villagers' supplies.
Stupid
Like I said, these weapons don't belong to the Brotherhood anymore. I don't have any of their property. And you can tell those villagers they'll be punished for crying to the Brotherhood of Steel.
Ooh, strength 12. I just killed all of your people, and I'll kill you too if I have to.
Well, shit. If there's one thing I value more than my goods, it's my life. Here's the key to some of our stash. Make sure you tell your people to stay out of my business from now on.
Don't worry, guys. We'll be killing them.
Pick with anyone that doesn't kneel to Dagger.
Imagine living in a kid's treehouse.
Would you quit it?
Don't think you can screw with us. Dagger's throne is untouchable.
Nothing in this wasteland.
Fusion core. Gatling laser. All Dagger had was 3 missiles. Couldn't let him live. I was gonna keep attacking that place. Plus they're Blood Eagles. Who gives a shit about them? Whoa, what the hell? Yeah, we'll just do this. I don't know what the hell's going on. Hello, bugs. Alright. I swear, this game... I feel really bad with people who do play with other people, because when something like that happens and you have to quit out and then rejoin with your whole group, not only is it another 2 minutes of just loading and to get to the place, but it's even longer to try and get your group back together. And it's just like... I'll stay on this world because every single time that it says it couldn't find mine, or I can't place my camp because something else is already there, I'll load into another one that says you can't place your camp, and then I'll load into another one, you can't place your camp, and then I'll load into another. Yeah, I have to load it like 5 different times before it lets me get to, or before it goes to a server that doesn't have a camp where mine is. And it's like, why would it not just load one where my camp is available, and then spending the except for spending the entire time loading the world where my camp can't be? It's so stupid.
You should leave. Sorry. I'm wary of outsiders. But with Dagger holding us hostage. What's that over there?
Have you had a chance to pay Dagger a friendly visit?
What's that over there?
Here's your supplies. I have your supplies and this weapon. Use it to protect your people.
Oh my, this is quite a weapon. I can't wait to try this bad boy out. Thank you so much for your help. I hope the Brotherhood won't mind us having this.
Last night, I dreamed I fell out of bed and straight to the forest floor.
Hopefully on the next gen consoles, PS5 for me anyway, 76 and 4 will load so much faster. I'm hoping, because holy hell is it one of the most annoying things ever when you have a 2-minute loading screen.
News from our patrol.
They must have seen something quite interesting for you to come to me about it.
Interesting is not the word. Concerning, yes.
One moment, Initiate. Knight Shin is in the middle of his report.
The Elders have so much to teach us. I hope I'll get to meet them in person.
Go on, Shin.
As I was saying, one of our patrols came across a raider storeroom. They were chased out, but not before sighting several crates with the Brotherhood insignia on them.
Those crates are for important assets. We haven't used them since...
Since that battle, let's not waste time with details. Considering the contents, it's imperative that we recover those crates from the raiders.
We have yet to establish a relationship with the people of Crater, It's possible they are more agreeable than the other raiders we've encountered.
Are you seriously considering the idea of leaving those items in raider hands?
Let's discuss this later. We've kept the Initiate waiting long enough. Were you able to help the people of the retreat?
Dagger is dead, and I gave the supplies back to the retreat.
Very unfortunate that things had to end that way, but at least the villagers are safe now.
Them, and likely many others. The world is better off with fewer Blood Eagles.
Don't speak so frivolously of human life, Knight. Is there anything else to report?
Dagger also had a crate of Brotherhood weapons. I gave one to the retreat so they could use it to defend themselves.
The Blood Eagles, too. Did these crates have our insignia on them?
If our weapons have spread among multiple groups, that's a serious problem. One that the Initiate has exacerbated with their ill-advised handout.
I support the Initiate's decision. The villagers will not use that weapon with ill intent.
One weapon isn't likely to cause a crisis, but the raiders have an entire cache. We can't just leave them as is.
Where did these weapons originate?
We obtained them during our journey to Appalachia. Unexpected circumstances removed them from our possession.
That's all the Initiate needs to know.
I am the one answering questions here, Knight.
Night Shin has a history with raiders.
The Brotherhood saved Shin's hometown from a raider attack. It was then that Knight Connors recruited him into the fold. There have been other incidents since then, but...
This is irrelevant to the mission.
Perhaps you can ask him about it another time.
I'd prefer that you didn't.
Understood.
Good work, Initiate. You're dismissed.
Hellstorm missile launcher, 6 missiles, Stimpak, right away, purified water, and a grenade.
Makes sense now.
Press start of property rights.
Mission.
Time for the Brotherhood to show the raiders what belongs to whom.
Ad Victorium.
Speak to Night Shin about the raiders.
We'll make Atlas stronger than Fort Defiance ever was.
Throwing nukes left and right. The people of Appalachia think a bomb is a plaything.
Need to have Valdez take another look at my armor.
Cool.
2,000 miles of hiking's put some...
So that's the new weapon we got. Got a Gatling laser. Don't really need that. Before we end it, I would like to find a workbench. I know there's a couple in here.
May hold the most promise.
Oh, they're on the outside, I think. We'll lighten our load a little bit. see, we can scrap the laser rifles. Got nothing out of it. Gatling laser. Got a beam focuser, marksman sniper rifle. Uses 308s. Fire rate is only 3. Wait, where's my... Where's my sniper rifle? Oh, here it is. Yeah, okay. It's not in here for some reason. So let's see if we can repair anything. Let's see what we can do to repair this. I mean, modify. Put a gamma wave emitter on there. Adds range. Better burning damage. Better range and ammo capacity. We put a stabilized automatic barrel. That brings the damage down by 10 though. Looks cool. Bruising grip, stabilized stock. Damage goes up by a good bit. I would like a reflex sight. Though we're over encumbered by a good bit because of that hellstorm. That's only 13 pounds actually. We added a lot of stim packs as well, though. And missiles. I don't think I need 5.56. See, we don't need these missiles, and they are 2 pounds each. There we go. Oh, I didn't... I thought this was the red dot scope. Whoops. See what the missile launcher looks like. Pretty cool. Alright. That's where we are going to end it. Hope you guys are enjoying it. Have a great day, and I'll see you. Bye.